Hi, I'm here to talk tonight about MLA formatting, creating a works cited page, and referencing your sources within your essay. Now, you've probably received an essay back, and I've asked you to rewrite it and revisit how you cited your sources. So I'm just going to go over again what we went over in class, and always remember you can go to the OWL Purdue website as well if there's anything in this Google Doc or in this video that you're missing. The objective is that you will be able to write a correct works cited page. I like to start there because then it makes it a lot easier to understand how to cite your sources within your essay. So remember, the works cited is just a list of all the sources you've used, and you will ask yourself, did I think of it? If this is information that came from me, I don't need to cite it. Is it common knowledge? I don't need to cite it. But everything else you need to cite. So if it didn't come from your own brain, don't take credit for it. Be sure you give credit to someone else. It's also an easy way for me as your teacher to read your essay and make sure that I understand what your sources are, and maybe if I want to check them out, I can easily. I want to show you first the works cited page. It's going to end up looking like this. A lot of students lose points right off the bat from not centering the title and putting works cited at the top of the page. So make sure you do that. That's an easy 10 points. And next it'll be alphabetical. So the very first piece of information within each citation will be alphabetical. Here there's no author, but blueprint and so on is the title of the website, so that's first. And then we've got an author's last name. That's next. So you're going to make sure it's alphabetical. You're going to make sure the first line of each citation is all the way to the left. And then this is weird and you have to mess with Word a little bit and hit enter and then tab back and stuff. But make sure the second and third lines of a citation, if there are any, you indent them. Because look at this. Now as a teacher, I can just scan quickly down, find your source. When you're in your essay, you're going to cite Roger Ebert as the author. I can quickly just scan down and find Ebert, and it's right there. So that's why it's so specific about how you set this up. If you notice, there's the author's last name. That's usually what you start with, then the first name, then period. Then the next bit of information is listed, then a period. There has to be a period at the end of the citation. Do not forget the punctuation. I take off points for that. It's because it keeps it neat and easy to read, and this is MLA formatting. So you will be held accountable for this in college as well. If you scroll up, here's where we have the detailed citations. So most of you, I'm going to just go to basic style for citations of electronic sources. Most of you use websites, and we're going to talk in the next video quite a bit about appropriate use of websites. But you just follow this list here. Is there an author? Is it available? If it's not, that's something to question. Is it a good website to use for the purposes of your essay? But sometimes there won't be, and you can use it. There might be an article name. There might be a title of a website, a project. There might be publisher information. These things, if they're there, put them in the citation. If they're not, you can't. And you just go to the next thing down the list. If there's no author, then you list the article name first. This is true of all citations, but obviously books and poems and things like that, there's an author name. So for websites though, what you need to make sure you have is the date you access the material. That's the very last date that'll be listed. And then you'll have a URL. And this you have to, I require it in your works cited because sometimes I do check out the websites. I often do. And if you just scroll down here, I've got a sample. So this is the OWL Purdue website. This obviously I can see, okay, this is the date the student accessed it. There's no author, but there's a title, right? Books are listed up here. It's pretty straightforward. Any novels we read will probably be one author, but our textbook will be more than 3 authors, so they'll be set up this way. And then I just want to point out, sometimes we will reference art or we will reference film, and there's specific ways to cite art and film, and make sure you do that as well. This is again from the OWL Purdue website. Make sure you have the information that you can provided in the template. If there is a author or a painter, then put it. The title you italicize. separate with proper punctuation. With films, same thing. It's going to give you a listing of things. If you can find it, put it in. And put the medium of publication at the end, so film, DVD, and so on. So just take a look at this. I like to go to this sample over and over and make sure, double check myself and make sure I've done it correctly. But websites, you're going to have date of retrieval last, and then other ones you'll be sure all of them you'll be sure to put the medium of publication and follow the formatting listed in the OWL website. Alright, thanks a lot and good luck writing your paper.